Then Nebuchadnezzar the king, and spake and said to his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire?
Right.
Didn't you throw 3 men in there?
Yes, true, King.
Yes, true, King.
Did you? Oh, I was waiting to the bottom. They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. Somebody said it. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt and no form of the 4th is like the Son of God. So come on out, people. There's Shadrach. There's Jesus. There's Meshach. Always falling. There's Meshach. And Abednego. All right. Come here. You're not done. Get over here. Okay, so king. Now, you threw these men into the fire, and the people who threw them into the fire died. What's the deal with these 3? 4. Where did this one come from? The Son of God? Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, which we'll just pretend you're all still. And spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Okay? And you come over here, King. You guys get back over there in the corner. Jesus, you go stand way in the corner. Okay, come here. Not too far. Come on. Abednego. Come here, Shadrach, Meshach. I don't need you near the steps no more. I can't fall. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. And the princes, the governors, the captains, and the kings, the counselors, being gathered together, which you guys are just stay where you're at, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power.
Amen.
Woo! That's good stuff. Nor was a hair of their head singed. Take your hats off. Let me check something. Because the fire should at least melted your hair.
Wow.
Definitely had to melt your hair.
Wow.
Well, then it had to melt your hair. No. The fire didn't even singe their hair. Nor the smell of fire. Now, how many of you have ever been around a campfire before? If you're around it for 10 seconds, that smell overtakes your clothes and you stink. King, I hate to ask you to do this. Go in there and smell them. See if they stink. Do they smell like fire? King? Do they smell like burnt hair? Do they smell like burnt wood? Do they smell like lighter fluid? They just stink because they haven't been bad. I'm just playing with it. So they had no smell to them whatsoever, even though they were in the midst of that fire. Even though they should have burned up and they didn't burn up. Well, that's amazing. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Well, let's do something. Let's just take care of it. Let's get rid of that. Sure, it comes later in the story. We'll do right now. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him. And he changed the king's word and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any little god except their own big God, God Jehovah. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language, a new law, which speak anything amiss against the big God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut into pieces, and their houses shall be made into dunghill. I don't know what dunghill is, but dung don't sound too good. Because there is no other big God that can deliver after this sort. Ain't that some good stuff?
Yep.
What a great God we serve. Our God is greater. Our God can deliver these guys out of the midst of a fiery furnace, unsinged, not even smelling like smoke, So the king said, we're going to get rid of this guy here because, well, that's just nothing. That's just gold. And it's not even valuable gold. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. So not only did they escape the fire, escape death, escape the king's fury, but in standing up for their God, they were promoted in their job. I'm sure they're millionaires now, billionaires. Well, they're probably in heaven now, but I'm sure they're doing pretty good up in heaven because they didn't bow to you or your little God. All right, Pastor Miller, would you like to... Don't look at me like that.